Hey, Charlie, don't forget what you told us that you were going to describe.
Yes!
Big monkey.
Hang on.
Yes.
Big monkey. Is this the first thing we should really do in the episode?
I mean, it means nothing to what's about to happen, but I want you to do it anyway because I want to hear
fuck
it.
it. And so now I realized, dear listeners, that last episode I didn't actually go in depth onto what Big Br'aad monkey actually looked like. Spinning around, knocking down all that bamboo. And now that he is almost dead from almost fatal stab wounds, I've decided to take it upon myself to describe him. So I want to make him a big blonde monkey. I want to make him a big blonde monkey, and he has a fur pattern identical to Br'aad's tattoos, and he still has on the green vest.
Whoa, that actually sounds really cool.
Isn't it kind of fun? And he's just like fucking aping around and
I
shit.
like it.
Yeah.
Last time on Just Roll With It, we began our final fight with the Baron.
On the exact opposite side of this about 40 to 50 feet long range of bamboo stalks stands the swordsman.
And Br'aad started monkeying around.
I assess the situation, and with the typical Br'aad quip, I go, because I'm a fucking monkey.
And we've pushed the swordsman onto his last legs.
As he moves over, he goes to attack, and you quickly use your rapier to block the attack, and you clash blades for just a moment. He slides it down so that way he gets closer to you. When my time has come, seek out the young master.
The fight isn't over yet, so whatever happens, I guess we'll just have to roll with it.
Where we last left off, you guys had been stopped in the middle of the road. Finally exiting the forest, or so you thought. You found yourself in combat with the swordsman, the final one of the hunters. He somehow found his way back to the surface. During this combat, some of you managed to stay balanced on top of these stalks of bamboo while others fell to the jungle floor below, where you were met face to face with golden fleeced tigers that proved to be much stronger than you would have anticipated. As the battle fought on, the party got an edge over the swordsman. With the brilliant ideas of monkey-brained Br'aad, he began destroying the bamboo and leveling the playing field, getting some nice blows in. The swordsman then jumps into the air and comes back down as 5 more of himself. And that was where we last left off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just roll with it.
I'm ready to game.
Are we still in initiative order?
we are. So up next was Silnan. What happens is one of these figures is coming at you with immense speed and a prepared attack to slash you with his sword. How do you respond?
Okay, so he's just coming at me right now. That's
Yes.
what you're telling me.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna try to parry it. Can I just try to parry it and stab him back?
You can try to parry.
Okay, yeah, let's try that. Fuck it.
Roll for
That
your
sounds
hit.
pretty fucking cool.
That's a 19 plus 7, 26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's a 1 plus 4, 5.
5 damage. As you form the stance and you stab forward with your rapier, as you hit his body, it just dissipates into nothingness in front of you.
Okay. Wait. Who's the young master? There's like a million of those. How am I supposed to find a young master?
All right, up next will be Br'aad. Br'aad, one of the figures is coming at you as well.
Ape Brain no understand what illusion is based on what he just saw from Silnan. So Ape Brain hit one coming at me with fist, monkey fist.
Okay.
Monkey punch, 11 for monkey punch.
11 misses.
Monkey no punch.
So as you swing, the figure just seems to move out of the way of your grasp, but as it lands onto your arm and begins to run up, it just also starts to fade away until it just disappears around your elbow.
Monkey goes, whoo, no understand. But monkey have another punch, so monkey look at other one and punch.
Which one? There's one going for red. There's one going for mountain, and there's one going for Velrisa.
You say there's one going for red?
Yeah, there is one going towards red.
Monkey no understand that. What's closest one?
Closest one to you would be the one for Velrisa.
Monkey kill that one.
Okay, monkey swing.
Monkey swing. Monkey get 15.
15 hit.
Monkey, okay.
Monkey, okay.
Monkey surprised.
Does monkey roll damage?
Monkey wants to roll damage. It doesn't really matter.
Monkey, just say big.
Okay, yeah, you slam your fist, and as you do, you grab a hold of the of where the figure is, and as you turn your palm back over, thinking you've crushed it, when you open it up, there's just a fine, coarse white sand laying in the palm, and it begins to run down your fingers.
I start beating the sand. I'm so in character, my actual brain is like an ape's, and I do not want to roll my dice. I just want to clang them together. That ends my turn. Oh wait, no. I have life clock go after or I guess life clock goes after the one that's coming at red.
Thank
Okay.
you.
He now contains more intelligence than I do in my entire large ape body. And he is going to do 2 eye beams. So that one is going to have to make a wisdom and a dex save.
It fails both of them.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just like automatically. All right. The first one would make it charmed. I don't think that's gonna matter. The other one is going to be a little frost laser, so it will do damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay. 7 cold damage.
7?
Mm-hmm.
All right, life clock fires the beam out, and as it hits the figure, this one also dissipates. It leaves behind a few glacier-like small shards that then flow into the wind.
Very cool. That is gonna be my turn.
Up next then is Red. Red, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okie dokie.
Good luck, Red.
Thank you. I'm
What'd you get?
probably still unconscious. 9.
9, okay, that's a single death fail.
Thank you.
And that will move on. Next, it is Mountain's turn. Mountain, the final figure, it's running towards you at immense speed, the blade in its hand prepared to come at an upward strike towards you. What do?
Stab!
You stab? Okay, roll to hit.
Mountain have
Roll
same
this-
brain as ape.
Roll stab. Okay, that'll be 15 plus 8, which sounds like enough.
That is enough.
11 slashing and 8 fire. So 19 damage.
19 damage. Mountain,
Yeah.
as you swing your sword forward, the samurai, as he's running towards you, he actually takes his sword and he resheathes it. As he runs towards your blade, he opens up his arms and allows it to go straight into his chest.
Oh.
The flame tongue goes straight through the center of his chest. And as it does, as it breaks open, you see small light blue particles begin to move up where his skin was, almost like fibers between the flesh, and begin disconnecting itself and slowly fading away in small pieces as he backs away from the blade.
Is that it?
He starts stepping back, and then he falls onto his knees, putting both hands on his blade. He puts his head down towards the ground. As he begins to fade away, he looks up at all of you. Not Monkey Br'aad, but the rest of you. He goes, Byakuro. That was my name. It was an honor to fight battle with all of you. It has been quite some time since opponents came around that finally defeated me.
Arigato.
Monkey Br'aad smacks him. No.
Does he actually?
I mean, Monkey does not understand.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I mean, this is funny and all, but you can think like Br'aad while you're in monkey form. You know that, right?
Oh, can I? I thought my intelligence was also 8.
No, your mental stats
It's
do the
funny,
same.
and I love it. That's why I didn't really say anything.
Okay.
But no, your mental and stats, like your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, stay the same.
Then
when
I
you
wouldn't
polymorph.
do it. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you actually can still think like Br'aad. I find the monkey Br'aad hilarious.
I had no fucking idea, dude. I was full ape. All right, for flavor, we'll say I was full ape, but I'm not gonna smack him then.
Okay. His eyes then look towards you, Mountain. Dwarf, you are the greatest fighter out of this group.
Ouch.
You are a wise combatant. And it was an honor to die by your Br'aad.
I mean, it was my strategic plan, but whatever.
Thank you.
Monkey just points at himself and goes, "Ooh."
I just start dressing my fucking 20 slash wounds across my entire body.
It didn't have to be like this.
This was the only way. The time has finally come. The chain has been broken. And they can wake up once more. He closes his eyes and then slowly falls to the side, and as he does, he emits into a dust and gets caught with the wind, leaving the party to stand there in silence.
I'm gonna turn around to the other guys and just say, "What the fuck was that?
Wait, they? That sounds like a bad thing.
That
What
does
he
sound
just
like
said.
a bad thing."
Yeah, no, they can awaken. Like, usually if something's awakening, it's never a good thing. I mean,
No, it's just people tend to be very vague when they die.
of course, yeah. You know, it's that last second fucking vagueness, of course. I experienced it too once.
Mountain, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
24.
24. As you are standing there, as you turn to look at the rest of the party, you begin to feel a deep burning on your back. On your upper left back, you begin to feel this sharp burning sensation. It becomes uncomfortable. It feels like it's burning. It feels like it's underneath your armor somewhere on the skin.
You okay over there, Mountain?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just
He's probably
Something on
got
my-
some shoulder joint pain or
his
something.
armor. No, it's something burning.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in pain.
Is it?
So blue.
Does it look like anything from the outside or no?
You walk around to look at his back, and you see, even underneath the armor, you see a dull, orangey glow emitting from underneath the flesh.
Wait, let's take that armor off.
You guys see anything?
Am I still unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yes,
are.
you are.
Yeah,
unconscious.
you are.
You're no longer dying. As combat ends, you stabilize. Not fully. You are. Roll a d4. I'm sure someone's going to save you, but just for the hell of it, roll a d4.
I saved him.
I got a 3.
So that means currently Red will be unconscious for 3 hours unless somebody heals him.
Okay, so
Ah.
I cure wounds on Red.
Okay, go and do that. That
Okay.
will bring him back. Wake him up.
I'm gonna take off whatever's covering fucking
You-
Mountain shoulder.
You doff his entire. You have to do the entire breastplate.
I help with my
but-
big monkey hand. No.
As you take it off, you see a tattoo of sorts on the upper left of Mountain's back. One that looks familiar.
Oh,
Mountain,
what's it look like?
It looks like his belt buckle.
I was worried you were gonna say a dick. I was like, wait.
What the fuck?
It looks oddly like a
That
penis.
was sus, dude.
I'll be so sorry.
Yeah. 1 second. No. I look at his back, and then I look at his belt buckle.
They
Goes back
look
again.
sort of like, imagine a mountain, just like the shape of a triangle, where one side is slightly taller than the other and it slants, and then there's 3 lines going through it vertically.
Huh. Hey, Mountain, you got a new tattoo.
I do?
Yeah. Pretty cool looking.
Oh,
Don't know how I got there.
Yeah, I know about that one. Yep.
No. I'm talking about like the one that looks like your belt.
Yeah, I know. I've had it for
What?
a long time. It's never fucking burned before.
Oh.
Has it ever glowed?
Yeah, it's
No.
currently glowing a fiery orange with bits of red emitting through it as well.
Because that's magic.
It's glowing, in fact, very bright. It's almost blinding to look straight at it.
I thought you didn't like magic.
I don't. Get it off me.
It's permanent, isn't it? A tattoo?
I don't know. I guess.
I can't have tattoos, so I don't know how it works.
Just do some of your magic shit. Get it off.
I
Can
don't
I
know.
do an Arcana check
That's
on
not-
it?
Sure, go ahead.
Also, Red, you got 16 health. I got a 15.
15. You can tell, you can feel it in the air, the aura coming off of it. It's this magical energy, and it's never been there before. You would have felt it if you were this close to Mountain for so long. It feels like it has quite literally awoken. Some sort of power has just started out of nowhere abruptly.
I can try and use my magic shit. Hold on, Mountain. And I go up and just slap the fuck out of the tattoo.
You slap it?
Yeah. Really hard.
It hurts really fucking bad for Mountain. It fucking burns. It feels like someone just like, you got like a fresh sunburn that's like really red and they just went as hard as they could on your back.
I'm gonna instinctively just yell out, ah, and punch Taxi in the face.
I dodge. I hold the dodge action.
Can I roll
Roll a hit.
Because
roll a
I
hit.
expected him to punch.
Okay. That's gonna be 19 to hit.
I dodge. I don't know what you're talking about.
Taxi gets clocked in the jaw.
Okay, well, they're having fun. Did the swordsman leave behind his sword?
Ah, you punched an injured man, you fucking...
I didn't,
While all this is going on, can I set up a prayer of healing?
Sure.
Yeah.
And also, did the swordsman leave anything behind?
No, his
Sword.
entire body, sword and all.
Not even
Aw.
his sword.
It all seemed to
Aw.
emit into the small little speckles of dust that went into the wind.
And that's gonna be 12 HP for everyone.
Very cool. I didn't take any damage.
Fuck
You're
you,
telling me I
you'll get it
can't
then.
Whoa, I'm back now.
Something you guys now notice as well, especially with the way the final blow hit him and the way it just opened his body into this weird sort of light. He never bled or seemed to take any cuts onto his body.
So, what do you guys make of that? I mean,
I don't know. He said
Like-
something awoke. I guess something's awake.
Oh, I'm awake.
he
Thank
told,
you.
he told me to find a young master.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. Like,
Well, first,
What does
are
that
we
mean?
are we just in Tiger World now? Can we leave Tiger World, or is this where we live now?
As you look around, Br'aad, mentioning that, you can see off deep into the density of the jungle around you, this yellow light starting to come closer and closer on all sides. Almost like it's enclosing the area.
Oh no, it's more tigers in Tiger World.
It's
we
probably
more
just the
tigers?
sun. I don't...
this-
Silnan, did you make out what his name was? All I heard was animalistic nonsense.
yeah, no, I didn't catch it.
It was Byakaro.
I was,
He was kind of mid-death, so
yeah, he was.
it's a weird way to
kind of
introduce
mumbled. He
yourself
kind of mumbled.
for the
Oh,
first
okay.
time.
Mountain, did you catch it? Mountain, he was right in front of you.
No, what did you just
had
say?
to-
Yeah, I'm a little
Cash it.
preoccupied, Silman.
God damn it.
It's like a weird... How do you spell that? Bakugo.
It's not Bakugo. It's not Bakugo. Anyway, the light begins to envelop the entire area as this shimmering, just almost like a shield of golden light with this shimmering inside of it. It surrounds you, it envelops. And you look down and you see the ground itself dissipating as well underneath you. And you just see clouds everywhere, and you guys begin to fall.
Uh-oh.
Not extremely fast, surprisingly slow, but you could see these large puffy clouds all around you.
Oh, this is comfy.
And as you look up, somewhere off in the distance, you can see a large figure inside of one of the clouds. You see a large humanoid shape.
Can we swim in the clouds, or are we falling?
You are falling. So only Velrisa and Taxi would actually make out any features, but you guys
course.
see what looks like a You see the figure of a woman. It's large. It's spreading across an entire cloud, but you see a woman sitting in a chair. She has long black hair falling down her shoulders. And from the back of the chair, you can see a few spirit-like looking fox creatures dancing around the clouds, moving around the chair towards her.
Foxes.
I just whisper, "Save me," as I'm
I just
falling.
whisper,
I make a snowball out of clouds and throw it at Silnan.
As you guys are falling, you all black out.
Oh,
Not again.
never mind, I don't.
And then we
Everything
wake up in an
goes dark.
escape room.
I am
Alright.
just dazed as fuck right now.
We wake up in the escape room and there's kidnapped girls.
We would. Uh-oh.
I'm giving him PTSD. I'm giving him PTSD.
PTSD.
No, you guys all black out. You just fade away and you begin to feel yourself just awakening, your body rustling, the tingle of your nerves again. And as you look around, you're back in the forest before, on the same path where you ran into him before you were taken anywhere else. Chirp's just kind of standing there, center of the road, patiently waiting as you guys are all laying there on the floor getting up.
Skyboat. Oh, I forgot
Oh,
about
you
the
guys-
skyboat.
You guys have all long rested.
Thank
God,
you.
my fucking leg is asleep. Oh,
I'm glad to see you all
Fuck was
awake.
that? Yeah, hello. Night Chip. Where were you?
I had
It's
a
been
weird,
14 hours.
weird nightmare.
You must have
everyone.
been tired.
You remember that samurai
I
guy?
lost a lot of blood. Yes.
No, I had this weird fucking nightmare. I don't know if you were all there or not.
I mean, I had this weird nightmare, and you
But
guys
Br'aad
are
was a
all
giant
there.
monkey, which was
I
great.
wish I never evolved.
Well, you're back.
So is my armor back on and everything?
It's laying next to you. And
Okay.
you still feel a slight singeing feeling where the tattoo is on your back. It's not, it is more just annoying at this point. It's not a very
Yeah,
sharp
okay.
pain.
because
it's
I
just
fucking slapped
noticeable. Yeah, because Taxi fucking as hard as he could on like a sunburn.
So is that real?
I mean, we went in there, we were on some bamboo, after you fell, we killed him. Br'aad was a monkey.
it. I killed him. That's what happened in my dream.
That's not how, no, Mountain actually killed him.
I killed him.
For me.
No, I like
told me I
carried
was
the
a
whole
great
team.
fighter.
I was like one-on-oneing him and like
I-
jumping around the bamboo stalks and
You guys
dodging all of
must
his
have ate the
attacks.
forest mushrooms.
I just
What?
remember you taking a lot of hits, Taxi. I mean,
No, your
offense,
dream.
but-
That's. I think you were seeing things because in my dream, I was the one to finish him off and like literally carried the whole battle. It was great.
okay.
Also very scary, but Br'aad was still a big monkey in mine, so it has to be some kind of.
I just remember being
I
a big
died.
monkey.
You sound like
Yeah,
you're
what
on
about these
drugs.
mushrooms?
I mean, that's pretty commonly referred to for me, but not right now.
Can we keep going?
Yeah, so it sounds like we all had the same dream, and then Red just had a bad trip and died.
Was not great. Did I not die in yours?
No, you
that
were
was-
down.
that
You
was-
weren't
Oh,
even
you
there
did
for
really
mine.
die.
Actually, none of you. Now that I think about it, it was just me.
I can take a good comparison here, and then I can take a swig from my water skin, which is still full of the well water.
No!
Do you actually?
Yes.
Okay, make a Constitution save.
No, not the gamer girl.
I,
Please.
I got 8 plus 1.
Wonderful.
Oh, man.
So
This is an awesome
Oh,
way for your
no.
guest character to go. I'm so happy.
you feel the muscles of your throat begin to just start expanding and retracting at a rapid pace. As the party looks over, you see his veins begin to bulge out of his throat and start to turn purple in color. His eyes glay over with a yellowish mucus. And
Holy shit.
he begins to fall over on his knees, gagging and hacking, and this very viscous liquid begins to come out of his throat and out of his lungs. It's thick and almost a bluish in color.
They go down the wrong pipe. Or...
Red,
Hey, you're
Red,
good.
what you see, everything starts to turn white around your vision, like it's closing with this white light, and then everything becomes blinding. You see nothing. And then as your eyes adjust, almost like they're just adjusting to a different level of brightness, like you just stepped outside.
I
You
turned my
see
phone on.
fire all around you. You see fire.
You're in-
and
you're
you
in
see
hell now.
you see lands of red rock mountains above. You see these bat-like creatures flying around, and you look in front of you, and you see laying at the bottom of this large stone staircase your god, your deity, laying stomach first with a battle axe dug deep into the back of his spine.
This looks bad, but on a positive note, I don't have to deal with it.
He
That's good. That's
one of his larger hoof-like hands comes down and he tries to help himself up. You can see blood dripping out of his mouth.
oh my god, you're alive.
He's still breathing, but barely. And he's looking around hastily, like he doesn't even notice you're there. He's looking around behind him, in front of him, for whatever's done it to him. But there's nothing. It's just him. Then his eyes meet with yours.
Hey.
Was it you?
I don't think so. I can't lift that axe. That's way too large.
And then, as he says that, another axe of the same exact size comes flying down from the sky above and slams right around the nape of his neck. You hear a loud crack as his head whips backwards and then slumps to the ground.
Told you it wasn't me, right?
That was definitely not me.
As you look up, you see standing on a ledge of the Red Rock Mountain next to you, you see yourself.
Oh, wow. Okay, well,
Standing up
hold
there
on.
looking down.
Was me.
Your eyes are glowing this bright white, whipping out of the sides of your irises like fire, coming
Wow.
up towards your hair. You look maniacal, you look powerful, and you feel this power coursing through your veins. You begin to feel like you are that red up there. You feel the connection, you know it's you, you know that's going to be you. and you feel this massive flow of energy and power within you.
Oh, that's exciting.
And then you black out. And then you black out.
Again, I've blacked out 4 times in the last hour.
For the rest of you, you see Red black out. After he vomits up this weird viscous like fluid, he just falls over. The way he's laying, he falls onto his side, but his arms are like twisted up towards his center of his chest and just bent in this weird crooked way, and they're very stiff. But he's breathing.
I look over to Mountain. You were saying something?
Are we just gonna not acknowledge the fact that Red is,
Fine. It's probably just you just drank it.
This is probably
gonna
normal
check
for
if he's
him.
alive?
I check his
You
pulse.
didn't get enough sleep.
Mountain, he's still breathing. He's fine. And then I ignore him.
Okay.
This is all tapped out of
Oh my
healing.
god.
Red, you awaken and you're standing in a corridor. You look around you, you just see a very dark stone bricks moving all around you in this archway, and it just moves forward. You begin walking down it almost like uncontrollably. You have no choice but to. You begin stepping down this hallway, and you hear an unfamiliar voice ringing out. It seems to come from everywhere at once surrounding you. It says, "Why would you follow behind someone else's footsteps? Why not make your own? Why not use your own strength, warlock?
I'm still going to make footprints if I'm following someone. I'm good with it.
You are walking in the steps they took. A mere child in the web of power. You hold no weight. But
I
we
don't
can
need-
change that.
Who's we?
The ones before time.
Dealt with a lot of time lately. Caught in a loop, actually.
The ones before your world existed. We can give you everything you've wanted and more. What say you, Red?
Even I don't know what I want. I don't trust you.
Do you really have much of a choice?
It seems like I do.
Your deity's dead.
Why do you want me to make a choice?
He's gone.
He's gone. Okay.
You have no more power.
I think I did that.
Without a deity, you've become powerless once more.
Sounds like a challenge.
We can give you your powers back, Red. Even more heightened than they used to be.
Can you go into more specifics?
Oh, it's simple, really. We just have to make a few adjustments here in the webs of time. It'll be easy, simple, and just like that, your energy will flow.
What kind of adjustments?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Hold on a second. I know time's pretty finicky here.
there's nothing important, really,
What do you classify as important?
Killing off a few bloodlines, changing
what?
a bit, moving
Hold on,
a
a
bit
few-
of family trees around.
My bloodlines? Because I mean that bloodlines, it's out of here. It's
Oh, we
it's
don't
different.
need that
What?
one.
well, I don't know that.
You're already here, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
We just need a tweak before you killed them off. It's really simple, really. It won't affect you at all. It'll just make you stronger.
I don't know. What if I say no?
Haven't you always wanted unlimited power?
I don't know what I want.
Haven't you wanted to feel like something?
Unlimited would make things boring. I'm pretty content,
I mean, you only have 2 options, Red.
right?
You go back, no powers. You're but a mere mortal.
Okay.
Or you accept us, and you return stronger than you were before.
I'll go back as a human. I got these fists.
Foolish.
Become a monk.
Maybe. I don't want to use an
Red,
axe.
you are unconscious, but you are no longer a warlock.
Haha, sick. What?
That's literally what was outlined.
I know.
Ah, sick. Wait.
Wait.
I'm a
Okay,
commoner
cool.
now?
Okay, cool. Now what?
I'm very surprised that's the path you took with that. But
Yeah, I honestly thought that Red would
Well,
take it.
chaotic. I don't want to just. It would seem too easy, and from that person's perspective, and just be like, well, you can just kill everything, right? Add class fighter, and I just go 3 levels. Can you guys like continue while I do this, or is it like messy?
Yeah, no, we
Okay,
can
yeah.
keep going. You're unconscious anyway.
Okay, good,
So,
perfect.
what is the rest of the party doing?
So like, what do we do with him? I look at fucking Red frothing from the mouth with this weird dudes.
I mean, I could carry him to wherever we're going, wherever that is.
We're
I mean,
going
yeah.
to the disguise ships.
Luminessa.
Yeah, that
I
place.
carry him there, or Chirp could carry him there.
I'd rather not.
Well, I mean, he's not even. He was just looking for some big bad
Hear me
thing.
out. What if
Mhm.
we don't take him?
Whoa.
I don't want to just leave him.
We
That's
could put
fucked
him
up,
somewhere.
Taxi.
We could put him somewhere.
I don't know how that's fucked up. This has been a lot of.
What,
You're
what do
just
you
gonna
mean?
leave him in the middle of the road? Someone stranded here?
Well, we've.
I mean, like,
No.
I know I'm not like a
Fending
moral
for you-
pariah here, but like that's kind of fucked up.
He's
Do you not
strong.
like Red Taxi?
Not everybody's dependent on other people. Do I not like Red? Well, he freaks me out. I
mean, he
think-
did it.
He's the most murderous person I've ever met.
Well, yeah, that came in a lot more handy in the last fight than you did.
You take that back.
Yikes.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's true.
I don't know if you're too short to be able to look up and see what was going on top of
Oh,
the bamboo
you think
stalks.
you're so fucking
Ooh.
funny, Cat.
Oh, this is bad. Okay, you know, there's been a lot of infighting.
Solve it with fists.
You know, that's not a bad idea, Hilltree. How about we fight?
Oh, really? No. I kind of get between them. This is not.
Mountain, it seems like maybe for once you finally have something more important to do.
Yeah, I guess. Let's
Oh shit!
let's at least bring him to the town with us. We'll leave him there.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You know, I find it really strange that you seem to care more about people you barely know than the ones that you've been running with.
Let's put him in a funny position, like on a chair.
so when somebody finds him,
Yeah.
they just laugh. That'd be great.
Taxi, I wouldn't leave you out here. And would you leave me out here?
Ooh.
No,
No, you wouldn't. Why would you leave
That
him?
didn't sound very honest.
because he's
didn't.
dangerous, and we just don't know a lot
Oh
about
no,
him.
he hasn't
I'm
done
gonna-
anything bad to us. I mean,
I'm
like,
gonna go
yeah,
and
he.
pick up Red and put him over my shoulder.
Well, I wasn't actually serious.
Oh no, you were just joking because you're so funny.
You're a moron.
I'm a moron.
Yes.
I'm not the one who just suggested we leave this man here.
I just go over to Silman and just like
He's
fucking
taking
put my
a
arm
nap.
around him and watch it.
Let me see some fucking blood.
Hilltree.
Hilltree, don't encourage them.
What?
It's no, we shouldn't be fighting like this. It's
All right,
not.
let's
Oh,
move.
come
It's
on,
not right.
Sandon. Who you got your money on? Who's gonna win?
Well, I mean, Mountain, obviously.
Yeah, I'd say Mountain would probably win actually.
My fucking ears perk up with my passive 21 perception, and I start to cry and realize how alone I am in this group.
I've got my
As
money on
nobody
taxi.
loves nor. I love you, Hilltree.
You're dead to me, Hilltree.
Hey, there's only one problem. I ain't got none.
I thought you were
Never
rich.
mind.
What the fuck happened?
Well, when I get hungry.
Yeah, no, that adds up. Anyways, maybe we should move on. And forget this ever happened. You know, I like to believe that in Taxi's dream, he did in fact 1v1 that samurai. You know, I mean, it was different for me, but I'm sure it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
Drugs aside, shall we continue?
Yeah, lead the way.
Wonderful.
Taxi's gonna stay near the back and have a mental breakdown.
Okay. Sounds about
He's just
right.
like crying.
I'm gonna go back.
Nobody believes in me.
You guys will, I assume you make a stop at the first town you come across, correct?
Yeah.
Probably,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Since you
Yeah.
have one who's
Yeah.
unconscious, I was making a safe assumption there.
Is it possible for us to enter a tavern and not have like just everything go to shit?
No.
I hope so. That doesn't
I mean, we've
happen.
done
It'll
that
probably be
before.
weird. It'll probably be weird walking in with a limp body.
I mean, you've already rocked
But-
into taverns with a dead body, so like,
Okay, maybe I'll just use that same story.
same story.
Just say it's your friend.
Yeah, no, same story as when you brought me into a tavern.
Get him a
Or it
room
was-
or something. Get him a room. I'm
Oh, he's
Br'aad
just
now.
really drunk. He's this guy.
This guy, what a character! He is.
What a
Still
character.
making
So you guys make your way into a very, very small town right off the side of the forest. It is called, let me pull it up here.
You can fucking name it butt fuck if you want. Like,
Shut up.
What?
like, you know, in the middle of like butt fuck nowhere or whatever they say.
Haha, I get it. Well, you guys make it to a place called Westfield. Westfield. It is a very, very small town.
Westfield.
You only see about probably 14 houses. 14 maybe, like it seems very, very small as you're approaching it. They're all made of wood, timber. There's not really anybody out either at this time of the day, but you approach the town.
Let's ding dong ditch someone, but it's just his body.
As you guys come into the town, there's a single halfling who's taking inventory of a shipment on the back of a small carriage. You see you guys come in with Red in tow.
How long is he unconscious? How long was this travel?
This travel was about 2.5 hours.
Okay, so he's unconscious after 2.5 hours.
Just
Gotcha.
Constantly unconscious.
He's just out like a fucking
This
light.
poor man's your thing now.
That's my new thing.
He looks up and goes, got one injured there? Or,
So this
yeah,
is
he-
our he is
He passed out.
he passed he's our friend
Friend.
and he passed out doing
I wish I had friends.
Hard drugs.
hard no
What are you talking about? That's
hard
exactly
rock
what he
hard
did.
he fell on a hard rock and passed.
okay,
He fell
okay,
on a rock.
okay, okay. The doctor's down there. Take a right over there. Final
Oh,
building on the
he's
third
just-
road.
He can just
Yeah.
sleep it off.
He
we
just
think.
he just
He's a
gotta sleep
tough
it off.
guy.
That's
Doctor,
all.
We don't-
third road.
We-
We
Final
don't wanna
left.
pay for
Okay.
Guys,
Third
guys,
road.
guys, let's just go
Okay,
to the
okay.
doctor.
Is this guy operating a carriage?
He's looking in the back of a carriage right now. He's taking inventory of what's in the back.
Hey, Mountain, can we put him in the carriage when he's not looking? Let's get him out of here.
I feel like that fucking Red just gets
I'm
to sit
so
here and do all
confused.
the things.
I'm so confused. I
I
don't.
feel like that's kind of a bad idea,
What?
especially since I just made a big deal about not leaving him, but that would be really fun.
Well, here, we wouldn't leave him. I mean, he'd be on his way to like a bigger city or like a better place.
Doctor, third
Yeah, yeah,
road on the left.
Okay.
So you make the call, Mountain. That's what I'm saying.
I will alert the guards.
By this guy. Okay, we gotta go.
Go,
We gotta
go,
go.
go,
No,
let's
no,
go.
not right now. Let's go.
Filthy people. So would you guys actually go to the doctor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, I like-
It's just
we'll just
walking.
we'll just
Is there
go
a
there.
tavern?
Hold on,
Is there a
hold on.
tavern
This
we
will,
can go to?
is a tavern closer to the doctor.
Oddly
This will
enough,
decide where we go.
Oddly enough, the tavern is where the doctor is.
Oh,
Okay.
So the doctor's in the tavern.
The doctor runs the tavern.
okay.
Okay, then we go there.
Hey, best of both worlds.
You enter inside, and it's very quiet. You open up these large double doors. They're very nice. They have these wooden grated windows on the outside. They have this nice knottage to the wood. It's very beautiful, and you can tell whoever crafted even the exterior of this house, it's done way better than anywhere else in the village. It stands out like a sore thumb. As you open the doors, you see standing behind a large wooden counter an elven male. You can tell that he is pure elf just by how perky and pointy the ears are. They come out quite a ways from the sides of his head. You can see the very chiseled jawline, the very thin cheekbones. He's very obviously elven. Black hair parted down the middle, falling around the ears as well. He wears very small, circle-rimmed glasses, and he's currently just rummaging through a book as you enter.
Yeah, hi. We're
hello.
looking for a. Hi, we're looking for a doctor for our friend.
You found him.
Then, where is he?
I think he's the doctor, Mountain.
Oh right, yeah. Could you fix him?
At
Really
least
quick.
take a look at him.
Let's
I
see.
mean,
What happened? What's happened to him?
He fell.
that's
He-
why are we
Yeah.
why are we trying to lie? He drank some fluid out of this water thing and he started frothing from the mouth and it was really disgusting.
Hey, he drank a fluid. Where did
we
obtain the fluid? You said it was in a water skin?
It's
Long
here if
story.
you want to see it, it's right in this water skin here.
Let him try it.
Why would he do that?
What in the nine hells is that?
It's
I don't know, but he drank it.
He had it
Yeah.
on.
Give it to me,
We're
give it
just
to me.
doing
Oh
him
no,
a
he's
service.
I
gonna
mean,
get
you're the
rid of it
doctor.
now.
You're the doctor here. What would I?
She tried to take the water skin, and then he's like, carry him, bring him back here, back room.
All
Oh,
right, carry him back.
He
there.
he hurriedly walks into a small hallway behind the tavern, final door on the right, and he unlocks it, and there's just a large sort of operating chair laying face down. He opens the door, picks it up, remantles it onto the floor, and beckons you guys in to lay him down on it.
Brad's wacky hospital journey.
Okay, let me see here. We're going to have to probably. You said he was frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, no, some
Yeah.
kind of weird fluid came out. Like, it was.
That's okay. That requires immediate distraction. Extraction.
here. So we'll give you some space for this.
Yes, please. And then he begins snapping his fingers, and so he's wearing a large brown overcoat, and every time he snaps his fingers, a small mushroom creature comes out of his sleeve and jumps off of the palm of his hand onto the
Oh,
table.
that's fun. All right.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I
cute.
leave.
All right, that's weird. I'm out of here.
I guess we'll leave him to it.
Can we go into like the main tavern area?
Sure.
Wait, but he was the doctor and the tavern keeper. How are we supposed to get our alcohol?
There are barmaids.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
probably got a barmaid.
You guys head in and have a
Faulty
drink.
operation.
Relax. Okay. What is so funny? What is so funny?
What's so funny?
I was gonna ask one of them if I look weak to them, but then I decided not to.
No, you should really do
You're so fucking sad, dude.
Please do that.
I wanna see this.
That's so
I wanna
fucking
see
funny.
this.
Please do that.
Yeah, sure. Where's one of the barmaids?
One that walks by, she seems a bit northern from this area. You can tell by her she has a bit of a wider stature, very bright blonde hair. You can tell she's one of the northern residents of this continent. She comes by, she just kind of walks, she sees you guys sit down at the table, so she walks up and goes, "Oh yes, what can I get for everyone? You seem thirsty." Well, I mean,
Normally, I'm the one to speak
Hello.
out here.
Sorry. I'll get a whiskey.
all right. Anybody else?
I'll get the water with the on the rocks.
I'll do the
A water with ice. All right. Anything?
I'll have the same.
I'm a big boy.
Okay. Does anybody else want anything to drink? Anybody parched?
I'll get.
A whiskey for Silnan on me.
Okay.
You know what? I'm feeling like a celebration is in order. Give me milk 2%.
Holy
I'll
shit.
take one shot of that too, please.
He's lactose intolerant.
We have goat milk. Will that work?
I suppose.
All right. Anything else? Anybody?
That should be it.
All right. I'll be right back with your drinks.
So we should just leave him back there. We should just leave him.
That doesn't seem right to leave him
Can I-
back there.
Can I follow? I'm gonna follow her for a second,
You fucking weirdo.
and then I'm gonna tap her shoulder.
She jumps a little bit and turns around very confused and goes, "Yes."
How tall? Does she have to look up?
How tall are you again? You're like 6'1", 6'2"?
6'6". Fucking, I'm just tall. Yeah.
I don't remember how tall you are.
6'3". It's on my
6'3"? Oh yeah,
character.
she's probably like 5'5".
I try to whisper. Excuse me. Would you mind answering a question?
That's
Um,
the strangest way to frame that.
No problem. What is it? I mean, what do you want?
And I sort of like stature up a bit. Do I look weak to you?
I cast hideous laughter on her.
I'm whispering.
Did you really hear this? I don't feel like
I don't think you would have heard
So
it.
funny.
I don't think you would have heard it. I don't think you would have heard it though.
Oh man.
She looks you up and down and goes, "Well, I mean, you're tall, and
His fucking
And you're-
posture starts to
and you're
weaken.
fuzzy."
Thanks.
Oh my god.
Oh, poor taxi.
I mean,
I'm gonna go-
I mean, if,
I'm gonna go
if I was
sit
if I
down
was a
and-
cat
as-
girl, maybe.
I'm gonna go sit down at a separate table and just nod at her at a separate table.
Okay.
Let's completely ignore the fact that you said cat girl.
that was a cat girl. No.
They're real.
Well, I mean, Tax is a cat boy. What do you want?
No, don't refer to Taxi as Catboy. That can't be canon.
He's literally trying to become the Lord of Cats. What the fuck do you mean?
Damn, I think Taxi just got shot. I'm surprised. I didn't think he'd like go for that. You know?
He did it.
From everybody else's perspective, though, it looks like you did.
That's really funny.
You know, Taxi, some people got it, some people don't. It happens.
He's not at the table with us.
Okay, Ross.
What's up?
No.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, my boy.
I got a 1, so whatever the fuck.
You got a 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you feel conscious, but you feel trapped. You feel your eyes open, but you see nothing but whiteness. You try to move your arms and legs, but they don't seem to be there. You just feel sentient, but there's nothing around you. You can't move. You feel no nervous system. You just feel like you're there.
Sleep paralysis.
And you can occasionally hear voices, but it's muffled. It's hard to make it out, and it just seems to surround your head. You don't know what it's saying. You can't make it out, but it's there, and you wish you could respond, but nothing happens. You feel lost.
Uh,
Back to the rest of the party. Ha ha! Happy ho hey! Drinking time. Everybody's having a great time.
Woo! Party!
I clank my milk with Br'aad.
Yes, I click. Well, actually, I don't because I forgot, but you did something
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You hear out from outside. You guys hear from outside a very light. You just hear a something land on the ground after flapping wings, and it kind of skids like kind of skids across the ground a little bit and lands right in front of the door.
I immediately think we're about to get into a fight and get on edge.
I
Kinda stand up a little
look
bit.
at the door and see if I can see what it is.
I take a big drink of milk and choke on it on accident. And also, I have a milk mustache now.
The door begins to slowly swing open. As it does, you see a figure standing in the daylight. As your eyes adjust and it steps forward, you see a birdman. You see an Aarakocra wearing a little red hat and having a messenger bag kind of strapped to his shoulder.
That's one of those messengers. Okay.
He walks in and goes, is there a Velrisa in here anywhere?
I
I point at Velrisa.
I'm right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
her.
Oh,
Right
okay.
here.
Here, this letter's for you.
Thank you.
No problem. And then he just runs back out the door and then flies off. As soon as he makes it out into the outside, he kicks off, flies away.
I open the letter.
The letter addressed to Priestess Velrisa is from, one second, I pull it up.
You pray, you priestess? Kind of cool.
Maybe she got promoted.
That's not good.
It says from let me pull up the exact words. It's quite a long title. It says from the everlasting church of Ouijas.
wee jaws.
Oh boy. Here we
And
go.
the letter reads, Dearest Priestess Velrisa, Ouijas has alerted us of your recent actions. While we are deeply sorrowed to hear of the occurrence, we wish to help you reconcile and fix what has been undone. We will be eagerly expecting your arrival in approximately 2.5 weeks. We will host a party and a small gathering with a feast to celebrate your arrival. But after that, we really must get down to work and fix what must be fixed. And it is signed by a Mrs. Sable Prine, High Priestess of the Ouijas Church. That's what it says. And on the bottom there, it is stamped with the symbol of Ouijas that you recognize, the skull.
Right.
So what was that all
I
about?
put it in my little satchel. It was a message from a relative.
Okay. It's fair enough. I won't really pry, I guess.
Taxi, as you're sitting
Oh,
there
God.
with
What
your
happened?
head in your hand,
She coming
the
back?
barmaiden walks by and she puts a drink down in front of you. And she goes,
Pity.
I know you didn't ask for one, but I thought you'd need one. And and here's a little bit of this to make you feel better as well. And she puts a small baggie next to the tankard and then walks off.
Fuck.
She also gives the drinks to
fuck is
everybody
this?
else as well at their tables.
What the fuck is in the baggie?
As you open it up, it is pipe weed.
Yeah. Yeah.
My head hangs
weed and red is gone.
even lower.
Did she just give you pity drugs, Taxi?
Taxi isn't with us. He's at a different table.
Oh yeah. Wait, he is?
He is. He went to
Yeah,
a different
he's at a
table
different table.
afterwards, and he just sat there with his head in his hand, like just depressed.
Oh
Can
my
I?
God.
Did we just get our
Yes,
drinks?
you guys just got your drinks.
I feel better, just a little, and I pick the baggie and the drink up and start walking to the other table. I toss the baggie to Br'aad.
I tossed the baggie.
What was that?
I tossed the baggie to Silnan because I'm worried it's like a bomb.
Hot potato.
And then I sit down at an available seat and start drinking slowly.
Okay. We're going to move back to Red. Red, you begin to come back into consciousness. You are in a completely unfamiliar area. You forget exactly what happened. But you see this man in front of you, but your vision just seems warped. You constantly see the edges of things start to move and tilt. The doorway never seems like it's straight. It seems like it's curving at different parts. Collars keep slowly fading into splotches and little bits of other collars, and it's very disorientating. He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, easy, easy, hey. Get up very slowly.
What did I drink?
I wish I knew. Whatever that is, it is it's not of this plane, it's not of this world. It's bizarre.
Give it back.
You're a madman.
Not drinking it. Just give it back.
Just sit up slowly.
Yeah.
Be careful. And as you sit up as well, you look down and you see little mushroom creatures crawling up your body as well as you're sitting up.
Doc.
They're all brown with little white spots on the tops of them.
Doc, are these yours? What's going
Oh,
on?
yes, those are here. And he starts snapping his fingers, and as they do, they fly back and go underneath his sleeve of his left arm. Sorry
Can
about that.
can I borrow one of those? I want to see what it tastes like.
No, you cannot eat my servants.
Servants.
Are they cute?
I mean, they're little,
Yes,
they're little
they're
tiny
actually quite
mushroom
cute.
boys.
They have
of course they're cute.
their eyes are quite big. They're big, sort of black and bulbous, but they're very beady, and they reflect all the light that comes into them. And their mouths are just very small slits in the stalk of the mushroom.
Adorable. Well, thank you, Doctor. Expect payment soon. Where did the people go that brought me here?
Oh, they're in the tavern.
Tavern?
Up front. You are in
That could help.
my building. You can have a drink if you'd like. I'm sure it'll take the edge off.
That's the goal. Thank you.
I've decided right now I'm gonna fucking chunk that shit.
Oh, it's actually going hard. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Alcoholic. This is so bad.
Okay, wait. Before I go, can I have one of them? I won't eat him, but I will keep him. I will cherish him forever.
You want one of them?
I mean, look at him. He's adorable. I would love
I
one.
hate to break it to you, friend, but they don't last forever.
Nothing
create
does. Well, it'll be
All
sad.
right. He snaps his finger and one flies out from under his sleeve, and it lands on your shoulder. It kind of like slowly uses its stumps to crawl up your clothing it onto your shoulder.
And then I try
and
to
it just
summon my
sits there on
frog
its butt.
back, and it doesn't work, and I get sad.
You have no frog,
Oh, my frog's gone.
but I must leap.
Oh, at least I got mushroom boy.
So you head back out. You see all of your newfound friends sitting around at the tables. You still feel very dizzy and disoriented as you walk. You feel like a weight every time you step down. Your body just kind of slumps with you, and you feel very groggy.
Hello, everyone. I'm alive. Thanks.
Red.
Hey, Red.
Come have a drink.
Oh, good. Oh, God, thank you, man.
Here, you can have this one. I pass him my
I will
drink,
take that one.
actually.
Thank you. What
You
the
had-
fuck is
didn't-
this?
Didn't you have milk?
No,
There
I
was,
got
water on the
bar
rocks.
Person came around and gave
This
drinks.
is just a cup of water.
The doctor walks out as well. Afterwards, he has a very small leather-bound book with him. He's writing very quickly with an ink feather, scribbling down. So he walks out and goes, "Well, your friend is all better, and the payment will be 22 gold."
I will get that to you shortly. Don't worry about it. I'll stay here.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion check it is. Okay.
I'm not about to cover this. Man.
I give him 22
I
gold.
got it too. Plus,
I'd expect the payment now, as your
4.
adventuring types don't stick in town very long.
right.
I give him 22 gold.
Okay.
Very appreciated.
Wow. Thank you.
Upfront payments
I,
go a long way.
Can I have another drink?
Okay.
What would
Two
you
more.
what would you like?
Whatever this was.
All right, sure.
Hey, bring the whole bottle.
I'll let one of the bar maidens know. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Sir Red, I hope you feel better soon.
I will surely.
If anything persists, if you feel any hallucinations or bizarre side effects, please come and see me.
Thank you for the mushroom boy.
Sure. He turns around and he walks behind the bar and tells one of the girls to bring out your guys' drinks, and they shortly afterwards bring him over.
Have we been sidetracked? Sorry, I passed out, I guess. Must have been from the stab wound.
Or, that weird stuff you drank. Whatever.
I don't worry about that. I'm just going to keep this safe here.
Small details.
This is for emergencies.
Tex, you're really throwing him back.
Are you gonna finish that?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's okay? If usually it's Mountain. That's the alcoholic one here.
Want to take a
Let's
fancy
drink more than
Yeah,
Mountain.
Hair of the
I don't mean to be rude. That's kind of my thing. Are you okay? You don't seem okay.
Oh, fine. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's something that somebody who's not fine says.
Do you care? Just drink.
That's a fair point. All right. I'll pour up my glass and hold it up. All right. We won. We beat the guy who took my finger. I look at my finger. That is not there.
Oh yeah, wait, there's a doctor right there.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't want the finger back.
Okay.
Oh, we did it. Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers.
I clink my milk.
Woo! Velrisa, cheers.
I raise the milk.
I clink it really hard. Cheers.
The milk spills on me.
Where's that robot man?
I'm
He's
right here.
outside.
He's inside now.
He's peeking through the doorway of the front door.
Okay.
When you mention him.
I thought he was gonna be like behind me.
Yeah, I'm right here. He's just standing behind you with like his fucking arms out, just looking down at you.
He is the table. He transformed.
I've been here the whole time.
I assume we're going to the ship and then gonna fly to Mountain's homeland.
Yeah, no, I think that's the plan here.
Yes, we're almost to Luminessa.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just not talk
How
about
far-
that right
yeah.
now.
Guys, I don't think I can cast Eldritch Blast.
What do you
mean?
mean? It's like one of the easiest here. I'll show you. Oh,
Red, that's kind of like your only
I
thing.
can't do it either.
I don't know, something feels different.
Why don't you give it a shot? Well, yeah, give it a
I'm
shot.
just gonna.
What's the worst thing that can happen in
Okay.
this tavern? Yeah.
I just cast Shocking Grasp to test it out.
Nothing happens. Yeah.
Nothing? I don't. I can't,
Nothing.
I
Like you
can't-
try,
Can't even do it.
and it starts to fizzle a little bit. Like you know how to cast and you try, you can feel yourself, but you just can't make the connection. It starts to fizzle, but nothing comes
For
out.
Shocking Grasp?
As
Yeah.
a fighter?
Eldritch Warrior.
Hey.
Or whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
so yeah, then you'd have that spell. You have whatever spells you have now, then yeah, you
Aha!
can cast
and I
those.
just cast it, and I was got crackling on my wrists. Or, I'm just
Yeah.
like, fuck. Like,
That's not what Eldritch Blast usually looks like.
Yeah.
It's more boom.
Good thing we shouldn't we shouldn't cast that in here. I would give you my staff, but it's gone. I left it in
you lost the
forest.
grass staff?
You lost it in
Oh,
your
the spear as
dream.
well.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Everything is gone. I am totally fucking powerless. I have nothing. I guess I still have magic, but who fucking uses that?
Barkeep, is there a shop anywhere around here that I could buy a weapon?
What was that?
Is there a shopkeep? Shop? Whatever. Is there a shop anywhere I can buy a weapon?
Weapons? Not anything crazy good. I mean, we have a small smithery, but he mostly involves tools, like harvesting tools, farming. But he can make weapons. They're not going to be amazing.
I say, I clap Red on the shoulder and I say, you know what? Here, and I give him a hammer.
Just a hammer?
It's just like a, like for nails.
Like
Yeah,
a
I
nail
think I...
hammer.
It weighs 3
I have some
pounds
daggers
and it
at
costs
least.
1 gold.
Like,
I'm
You have a hammer.
pretty sure that's like a fucking nothing. I'm pretty sure
Come
that's
on,
like,
no,
it's
but
like
the
an
image is
improvised weapon.
hilarious. Come on, just.
No, he could use it. It just be an improvised weapon because he's just hammering.
I have a
Electric hammer.
suggestion. Just
What's that?
some insight. We're going to a dwarven kingdom. That mountain is supposedly the king of or heir.
Yeah,
Right.
he doesn't seem into it.
I'm sure you could. Are you going? You're coming with
wait,
us? Right? I'm
Smith.
sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, they're pretty well
That's a good
known
point.
for.
Well,
Is
Bing,
Red, are
bing.
you gonna be coming with us
yeah.
all that way?
Well, I was planning on it until I passed out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just thought maybe you had your own things.
Why? It's not
to
like you
do.
guys would have left me or something.
No, of course not.
Yeah. Definitely never.
Yeah, very cool.
I cannot lie. I definitely thought about it,
That's okay.
but I would never.
Don't you have, other journeys to be on?
Not that I know of. At least not anymore.
Well, all right.
He is the inseparable
I just-
guest. He's here for life.
I don't think I have anywhere to go.
I'll be honest with you. If you can't cast, the spells or whatever, you can't do the magic shit, you're gonna die.
I think you need to do a
No,
training
don't
arc,
do
Red.
It's kind of on us. I mean, can I look at him and see if he looks weaker?
Yeah, he
Not
definitely looks
obviously
weaker.
Never weaker. Oh, you look awful compared to before. And if we just allow you to come with, I mean, you did make your own choices. The path is yours. But if we're all friends and we just let you come and get yourself
I've
killed,
heard that before.
or you die in our hands, if you're with us and you die, it's kind of our fault.
The barkeep comes back around. He starts cleaning up the empty glasses. Now that most of you finished your drinks. Where are you guys heading exactly?
Ask the robot guy. He knows.
Robot guy? Dear gods!
Outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
just
does
sees
that.
Trim's head like leaning from like the top of the doorway because he's taller than it is. It was like peeking out the top. The place we are going is called Luminessa.
Yeah, that.
Oh, you're heading to Luminessa. That's a fine place to go. Probably the most thriving city anywhere on this side of the continent. What are your reasons for going there, if you mind me asking?
We're gonna get on a big boat, fly to a kingdom where I'm gonna become a king and stuff.
Well, we all have dreams.
Yeah. Right.
You, Red it was, right?
That's me.
You're looking for something to do, I overheard.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
What fancies you? Are you a fighter? What is your walk of life? I guess I should ask.
Well, that's all been kind of cast to the wind, it seems like. But I now have a shaky hand and a fiery hand. Just kind of taking it.
Destructive.
Yeah.
Well, if it interests you, I have a friend, a cousin, in fact, who runs a guild up in Luminessa. It's a fighting guild they're trying to start. It's made to repel the monsters of the nearby areas from getting anywhere close to the city. As the city draws in magical power, you see, it starts to draw in these creatures that crave and try to steal it, to feast upon it, I guess I should say. And they're looking for more hands, so easy money for you.
Well, thank you for your information.
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm good to go. Whatever the situation. Seems like the best
All
idea
right,
for me.
well, for your guys' tab, let's see, bottle, glass. That would be about 6 gold.
I got it.
Are you sure, Mountain? Are you sure? Wait, we gave
How much did you say it was?
6 gold.
6 gold.
Yeah, that'll be.
Wonderful. I thank you once again for your business. And if you need anything else,
Yep.
here. He snaps his finger and one of his small fungal friends comes out of his sleeve and he jumps onto Sonan's shoulder
Aha!
and it's holding you a small business card.
He's giving us his card. Yeah, thanks. I look at it.
It's
I read it.
It
I
says-
pretend I can't read it.
You pretend you can, but you can.
I can. Yes.
You can because Sonan has big brain now.
Yes, big brain boy, cause stone.
Big brain boy Stone. You it says Dr. Octavius Carver.
Cool. Can I start ushering
Yeah.
everyone out of the tavern, but like
Mhm.
slowly?
Yeah, everybody heads
Slowly
into the tavern.
ushering.
Yeah, let's
fuck
go.
out.
Chirp is still just standing out there. The streets are still once again pretty empty. It's a very small town, very quiet, desolate.
I mean, before I leave the tavern, I wanted to try and rob.
Oh my fucking
You want to
God.
try and rob them?
I wanted to try and rob the main guy. Yeah.
Well, then what do you do?
I was gonna go give him a hug.
Everybody
Yeah,
else
well, this is
goes
after
outside.
everyone's outside. I pushed everyone out, and I'm gonna sprint otherwise. But like, so barkeep, thank you. Truly, I appreciate all the help you've done. I can't believe you're a bartender and a doctor.
It was my pleasure.
Incredible stuff. And I hug him, and I cast sleight of hand to try and steal half the gold we gave him.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Make a stealth check first, since you're doing it sneakily.
I'm doing it while
Make a
I'm
stealth
doing
check
it
and
while
then
I'm
sleight of
hugging.
hand.
Stealth plus 0, just 13.
13, okay. And then sleight of hand.
7.
7.
I've
As you
rolled
reach,
horribly.
you manage to get pretty close. You reach up and you go to grab for it, and you feel his arm grab a hold of your wrist.
I'll be honest, I was trying to steal another mushroom man.
You can't have them. They are mine.
I'm so sorry. I just he's so
He
cute.
starts slowly stepping back and putting your arms back towards your sides as he's stepping back. Right, it was a nice embrace.
Anyways, thank you.
but
Goodbye.
please- Yeah,
I just run out.
goodbye. This is the weirdest day I've ever had.
Hey, kid, are you tired of having money?
I mean, not really.
Well, I've got
I
news
don't-
for you. We've got the Just Roll With It Patreon.
What? What's the Just Roll With It Patreon?
The Patreon for Just Roll With It. Obviously, idiot.
Well, that doesn't really say much about that. That doesn't really explain
You
anything
see,
to me.
if you donate now, you can get cool benefits, such as a Discord role, and also
want that.
merch.
I don't even know this podcast. Why would I want your merch?
You could even play D&D with the boys.
Why would I want it? I don't even know these people.
And did you know that if you rate 5 stars on iTunes, that your penis will grow 3 inches larger? You also have a really cool Twitter where we post updates and memes and stuff. Hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't even have a Twitter, but like,
Well, you don't like memes, kid? Huh?
I don't know. I don't even know what memes are. I'm 5.
Somebody get me a new kid. I want a new kid. Get this kid out of here.
Hey, stop pushing me. What are you doing? Stop pushing me.
Okay, bring the new one.
Okay, what am I supposed to do here?
Hey, kid, you like memes?
Yes.
Good, okay. We have a cool Twitter where we post updates and memes and stuff. Isn't that cool, kid? Also, if you want to talk to other passionate people in the Just Roll With It community, we have a Discord just for you that you can find at discord.gg/JRWI. You can join it now,
What did
kid.
you do with my mommy?
She's gone.
No.
You've got a lot of friends, right? I knew you did. If you tell all your friends about Just Roll With It, your mom will come back.
Oh, my mom will come back?
Yeah, she's just busy playing Fortnite in the other room.
my friends. I'm gonna tell them.
That's great. Good job, kid. Get this kid out of here. I want a new one.
Oh, thank you for listening to the show. This is very stupid.
Yeah, thank you for listening to the show. Bippity bo. Let's get on with the show. Yeah.
So, what happens next? You continue travel. You head back on the road, making your way following Chirp, who is, who, without a pun intended, quite literally has a spring in his step. And seems very happy and uplifted as he's walking. You guys venture far, traveling about another week and a half, and you see, off in the distance, a beautiful, gorgeous utopia. You see a city that's set in levels. It's hovering far above the ground. It's circular in shape, and you see these platforms going up, hundreds of feet up towards the clouds. And on each level of circular platform, you see houses, you see buildings, and in the center, you see this large circle that magically lifts up and down the city transporting people to every single level. You can see, even as you're approaching, some people with wings off in the distance. You see them the size of ants flying around the city. You see other people flying with magical means around the city as well. It seems quite populated and very vast, and it's ginormous. And outside there's this beautiful white stoned gate with these spiked spires around the sides, covering it, entirely protecting it. It's,
I want to go in. I want to go in there.
It sits, where it sits out in the open, surrounded by these woods, but it slightly divots down. Like it's surrounded by hills, and all these hills lead to this very thicket of woods all around it. But the city itself seems very safe. And as you're walking now on a cobblestone path, you cross a very small bridge over a river, and there are 2 guards on the other side. They are sitting, there are horses tied to these posts on the side of the bridge, and they are standing leaning against it, drinking out of tankards with their helmets lifted up as you approach. One of them goes, "Ah, travelers. Not many come from this side. What brings you this way?"
We have
Well,
a
we
boat
were-
to catch.
Yeah.
Ship, flying ship thing. I don't know.
The airships,
Boat
the
ship.
airships, yes. They're at the very top
yeah,
level.
yeah.
Cool.
No, we just need to do that. I
So,
think.
Can we just go on
Yeah.
through? I'm not sure
Of
how,
course.
how tight this.
He kind of looks over the party, looking at kind of everybody's faces really quick, and goes, "Go on in, enjoy. Welcome to Luminessa. There will be some tour guides as well. They will gladly show you around. It's a very, very big city. It might be intimidating at first, but I think you'll like it here."
All right, thank you,
Yes,
dickhead.
very well.
Take care.
Did Mountain
What
just
you-
fucking say dingus?
No, he didn't. He said
Guys.
dickhead.
Oh, our
Like, under
dingus.
his
I was like,
breath.
wait, what?
That's what
It's
I
me,
heard.
Mountain of Man.
You
Dingus.
guys,
Ah,
you guys
dingus.
approach the front of the city. You see this large bridge over a moat right before the front gate, and you see a line of people waiting to get in. You get in the line, I'd safely assume, wait your turn. It takes only a couple of minutes. People are either taken straight through the gate behind or to the left or right down other single hallways that go into the walls. When you guys approach, you see it is a human. It is a human with very bizarre features, in fact. You can see the sides of his face, about where his cheekbones are. The flesh turns almost into a scaly-like texture. It stays the same color of his skin, but it has almost a reptilian scaliness to it. His eyes as well are vertical slits, and his nose is turned up slightly. He's wearing a white robe with golden adornments. As you approach him, he's holding a small piece of scribing paper, and he looks at the entire party. "Yes, what brings you to Luminessa on this fine day?" I don't understand the joke. There was no jester there, I assure you.
Yeah. No,
What are your reasons?
We're here to catch.
Nah, it's all right.
We're here to
we're
catch
here-
an airship.
Airship, yes.
You're here for an airship. What direction?
North, west. The kingdom.
What's
dwarf
Velrisa?
man.
Valeria?
Yes.
Veneria?
Venarial? What? It'd be the city you guys are heading to, that where Velrisa's church is, that she was heading to. That's the city that has your guys' next stop.
Wait, that's the city?
It's-
Okay, that
it's-
city is called.
Yeah, it's Vleta.
Yeah.
There, Velrisa says Valletta to him. And what is your organization's name?
Organized.
You're a traveling group, are you not? I mean, what
Us.
do I call you by?
God.
We are the Fated. It's very cool, right?
The Fated, right.
Is that what we went with?
I think that's what we went with. You guys
Yeah,
shot
something
down.
like
You
that.
guys shot down Fuck Force 5 so fast. It doesn't work anymore either now, but
Right, well, the Sex Swing 6.
oh no.
Oh no. Oh man.
So,
The
into
fate
Luminessa.
that.
How long do you plan on staying here in the city?
Not long.
Not long?
Just until we
Temporary?
can get a
Yeah.
ship out.
We're just trying to catch the ship.
I'm
yeah.
just stating you might want to have a look around. The city has a lot to do in it. Especially I can sense it from you. A lot of you are magical users, yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I think.
The well, Luminessa is known for having the greatest university of magic. In fact, in the entire world, in the entire plane.
Oh.
Here is where some of the strongest scholars and magic users have come from. I would consider at least taking a look while you're here. It is, well, most notable point of interest.
I look at Taxi to gauge his interest with it.
There are classes for every school, and there are mentors for every kind of magic you could think of, honestly.
Taxi is. Oh,
Eat-
what
eating
about
something.
what about like fighting?
Fighting, there is a recently created fighters guild. What do they call themselves again? 1 second.
More specifically, like hand to hand.
Hand to
Not
hand.
with weapons.
There is a
The fist folk.
the fist folk. There is a there's a man. He's a trainer here. Yes, he lives near the barracks. I know some of the guards have actually talked to him a few times. An old man. I don't know much about him, but he has a way with the hand to hand that you speak of. He's helped train a lot of the guards in such a manner as well. I'd suggest seeking him out. But if you're looking for actual fighting, there is a fighters guild as well, recently opened.
And
That would
where-
be on the 4th level of the fighters guild.
What did you say this man was?
He's close to the barracks. The barracks are here on the first floor.
Oh.
If you head towards the center of this level, you will see the elevator. From there are signs leading down each road. You can see which one will keep you close to the guards. You'll see the barracks are, hopefully. If not, there are guides you can hire if you need one.
All right.
Well, enough of that anyway. I say approved and welcome to the city of Luminessa.
Woo!
And the gate behind him begins to open as you step across and you look at the city in front of you. You see it's absolutely gorgeous. The marble flooring leading around very small little divots of nature. You see trees next to the buildings, small bushes, little parks. And you see these larger buildings made out of these white stones and these marbled pillars. You see scholared men walking down the streets. You see a lot of dragonborn. You see elves, you see humans, you see a mix of many races. You see a thriving community and a large city in front of you. And now the fated are welcomed to Luminessa.
Why are we celebrating?
I don't
We just
know.
kind of walked into a city.
We
You're
did it.
welcome.
We didn't have to like
Oh.
we didn't have to like
I
steal
imagine
anything. We did
like a
pretty
little.
good.
I imagine like a little graphic popping up on a screen, like "Welcome to Luminessa."
I do that. I cast minor illusion and I do that. And it goes, "Brum," and it, welcome to Luminessa.
As we step into Luminessa, every single party member here has something on their mind, a task that they know they want to complete.
Yep.
Red, you want to seek out this fighting guild
Yeah.
that was mentioned to you by the doctor.
Probably, yeah.
Mountain, you feel once again that tattoo on your back begin to burn a little bit. And you remember that swordsman and the cryptic way that he spoke. Remember the fight. Did it happen or did it not? Taxi, you are feeling a little lost.
Inferior.
A little you feel inferior. You feel like you're not pulling your weight. And you've recently been feeling like the party is walking past you and you can't keep up. Velrisa, you're still feeling this guiltiness from your actions. You remember the child, the face, the body, the situation. You're thinking about having to interact with the church, have to confront them about this and what you might have to do, and you feel that nervousness creeping around your body. Silnan, you're a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Put it lightly.
Yeah. Woo.
Bro, you have so much shit
But
happening.
in all,
Holy
in
shit.
all
There's so
seriousness,
lot
in all
happening.
seriousness, you can still feel this creepiness. You don't know if it's just in your head or if it's ever you can really actually feel it, but you can feel this energy inside of you fighting with something else. And now you're starting to feel as well this sort of superiority complex that you're aware of it manifesting and you want it to stop, but you can't help it because you know that you're better.
Yeah.
And Br'aad.
That me.
Br'aad is Br'aad. What
Couldn't have
is
said it better
what is
myself.
Br'aad thinking right now? What is Broad's main task in his mind?
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't fucked this place up yet, right? So
Mhm.
we'll see where that goes. Br'aad is just thinking, he's gonna try and get whatever magic he can out of this, whatever sort of training he can out of this. But sort of, his goal right now is to take down Obnox Shy. So if there's some sort of like knowledge or spells there that can help out, besides just general like fucking nonsense, those are definitely of priority.
Wait, you want to take out your god? Drink this.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so
No.
Br'aad fresh in his mind as well. He's still thinking about ways he can take down Obnox Shy. You guys are here. You guys are in Luminessa.
So, it seems like everyone's sort of got something they want to do, right?
What do you want to do?
I want to do magic.
You interested in the academy?
Yeah, I'm super pumped. It seems like such a cool thing. I mean, where I'm from, like, we don't have any. The only magic we have is racism. So
What the fuck?
that's not.
That's not an exaggeration. I mean,
that's not something you should really.
And it's not. It's bad. And so here they have.
I think you already fucked it, buddy. You already fucked her good.
And
I don't think there's any coming back from
so, everybody has their own tasks in mind. They're pondering to themselves what happens next. And then footsteps walk up to you. You hear the sound of the shoes hitting the marble as somebody begins to approach you. You hear a voice that some of you recognize. So it walks up to the party. It goes, welcome to Luminessa. I will be your guide.
Huh? What?
Jaqua!
As you look up, you see Jaqua
What?
standing there. He's wearing a very nice two-piece suit that is dark blue with silver adornments going down the chest and legs. He gives a very small bow and he smiles and goes, "It's been quite some time, hasn't it, fools?"
Oh no.
We go
Not
by
you.
a different name now.
No. We do. We call
No.
ourselves the Faded now. It's much cooler.
Yeah, we're
Savant.
much cooler than the fools.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Ah,
Can we talk about that time that you
hello
like,
there, red hat
killed
man.
me?
It is a pleasure.
Yes, it is. Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not a pleasure. Get the fuck out
I'm
of
sorry,
here.
what was that, Sonnen?
Calm
Can we talk
yours-
about the time
calm.
where like you stabbed me in the back and kidnapped me and then took my pinky, which grew
Ah,
back?
what?
I mean,
That sounds hilarious. Okay.
it's
was-
nothing we can't talk over.
No.
Maybe a drink?
Yeah, whatever.
No.
I did share everything that happened, right? Right.
Did you?
Yes,
I don't think you
right.
did. Not that I know
Yes,
of.
right. Br'aad knows. Br'aad knows for sure. Did I not tell anyone else? I'm
You-
positive that I told everyone what happened in the prison.
I definitely have heard nothing of the.
I don't know what happened to you in prison, but I would like to accept your offer of a drink.
That sounds wonderful.
No, not with him. He will stab you.
Nah, that's
I
okay.
will
I've
not.
been stabbed
Yeah,
already. It's fine.
I so
You know
solemnly
what?
swear.
Brendan is gone. Let's just have a drink.
Are we entertaining?
Yeah, could be. I mean, you never know.
All right, but you're buying.
I like
I'm
that
sorry,
idea
what?
as well.
Point at Jaqua.
There'll be no
what?
to buy. We will have it in my own personal home. Here.
Here we
Oh,
go.
no.
That's
No,
it's
no.
nice.
This is where we get stabbed.
There
where we
is
get-
no stabbing. Listen,
Uh,
I know what happened was, bad. But it was
It
not,
was also a long time
it was
ago.
not my choice. It was not,
was it though?
Was it really? It's only been like a month, dude.
it was not,
was a long
I've been
time
dead
ago.
for most.
it was not my actions. It was not my choice. I am a free man now, away from your father's grasp.
Right.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do a quick insight check on this
Go
man,
ahead, roll an insight check.
because like Brendan said, so I could give less of a shit about 0.
0, he sounds like he is such a nice guy and you really want to taste his fine ass liquor.
I
You
lo-
know he's
I
rich as
wanna
hell
taste
and you know what he has is going to taste amazing and you're so tempted.
Fuck yeah! Woo! Yes.
As you can see, nobody here has changed at all.
That is fine with me. Come. We will talk this over.
Yeah, let's
There
talk.
is much to discuss. There's much that's unfolded, in fact. I even have some news from the wolf. I have a few men who
That I'm
are
interested
still
in.
residing there, and they've given me some news. I, of course, had to turn tail and run. But that is the past. That is
maybe-
the past. Let's drink. Let's be merry.
Yeah, I would like to have a nice, long conversation with you at some point.
I don't think I ever got the amount of time, the right time necessary to explain everything that happened when we were in jail together. So maybe I can do that here as well when we get there.
Mhm.
I keep
He
a
takes
really
you-
close eye on him. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
Okay,
you off.
sure. He walks very the way Jaquan walked before. He's very upright, and he's walking in a very elegant way. The way he moves his legs, he seems to constantly be forcing himself to walk in a pattern. You can easily tell it, but he walks towards the center of this level of the city, towards the elevator, where the rest of you get on as well. You get to the elevator. You stand on it, and there are 4 men, all of them wearing very pure white robes with a very little bit of black decal on the edges of the robing, and they're wearing white face masks that cover the entire face. You just see a piece of almost like a white sheet that's forced over the head. They are all standing on the on 4 different sides of the circular elevator, and as everybody gets on, they raise their hands upwards, and the elevator begins to rise. Jaquan waits until you guys reach the 5th level, and then you are taking off. You can see
I like stumble for a sec because I don't think any of us have ever been in an elevator.
something like this is so uncommon. It's bizarre. Just this large circular podium, this circular flooring is rising up the sky. Like this amount of magical power controlling this size. It's quite interesting and nothing you've seen before in a city built around this concept as well. It's
Yeah,
bizarre.
that shit fucking whack.
It'll take more than that to mess up my equilibrium.
You hit the 5th layer, the 5th level, and as you step off with Jaquan, you see most of this is residential, and it's quite nice as well. The large buildings with their triangular roofing, 2 stories, 3 stories. You see large front yards with gated walls around them. You see, small hedge mazes. You see small gardens, these large houses. It's very, very screaming upper class. Jaquan walks past the majority of them down a winding cobblestoned road and leads you to a house that's a little bit smaller than the rest. It's 2 stories. It is black bricked, and it's a little bit gothic in architecture compared to the rest. But he leads you inside. Large dark brown doors lead into a room adorned with dark reds, a red carpet, red outlines and covering for the books, and quilts laying on the tabletops. It's very nicely put together and very neatly decorated. He comes inside, he slips off his shoes and motions for everybody to do the same, the front door, and then leads you to a very large dining hall. There's enough room for everybody to sit. There's this large dark brown table, once with a red tablecloth over top of it, small candles sitting around to adorn it, and a chandelier hanging overhead.
I hope we get in a fight so we're all just fighting in socks.
Oh my
It's just
God.
funny to me.
I think that.
I'd like to, if I could, sit down in a corner-ish so where I can see everything and nobody's
Sure.
behind me.
Everybody takes their seats. Jaquan does not take his seat. So yeah, he goes, "Everybody, sit down. I'll
Bro,
go
I'm
get.
chilling.
I'll go get us some refreshments.
Thank you,
Um,
Jaquan.
Is there anything anybody else would like? Food? Anybody hungry?
This is
I like
cozy
to go
as
for
fuck,
food.
Jaquan.
Do you have
Thank you.
what kind of drinks do you have?
Oh, I mostly have wine, but I have a few spirits and some meads. If anybody wants something lighter to drink,
Jaquan, what's your favorite drink?
I prefer a pale berried wine.
I will take
It's
one of those.
selective from the western regions of Unkandia.
My God, that sounds fancy.
Bitch.
Right. Anyway, so food as well. I will alert one of my servants, and they will go tell the chefs. We can get something
I'm
prepared.
fine. I'm
Excellent,
good.
Jaquan.
I'll
Thank you,
get something
Jaquan.
small then, just like everybody wants to eat. But I'll be right back.
Can I have
Make yourselves
a
comfortable.
chicken nugget?
Can I have a chicken nugget?
Can I have chicken nugget?
Can
Chicken
I have
nugget.
a chicken nugget?
I sit next to Selman.
Okay.
For sure.
As you sit in
plan-
here, there are no
Okay.
windows in this room, but there is. So
For your chicken nugget.
it's only lit by the candles and the chandelier in here, but it's very brightly lit as it's a very large chandelier and there's torches around the walls, but there's no windows or anything into the room. A few moments pass.
No, you-
Everybody sits. Everybody wants to talk amongst themselves. They can now.
Chicken
All right.
nuggets.
Okay.
All right, Silnan. Mountain, can you hear me over there?
Yeah.
Vel.
I can hear
Br'aad, it doesn't matter. You weren't there. So, when Br'aad came and broke me out of prison, I was in prison with Jaquan. I got to know Jaquan very well. His entire backstory is extremely depressing, almost as sad as some people I know. And I learned a lot, and then he ended up helping us, I think. Right, Br'aad? I barely remember memory. I kind of...
I broke
He
you
broke
out
me
of
out of
jail.
jail. I think
That
did we
sounds
break
so
him out of
cool.
jail? No, the other person broke him out of jail.
There's like
Oh,
another guy.
right. I made an agreement with him. He wants to be a hero. And I shook his hand as an agreement and told him to be that hero. It was very...
That's so cool. Man, that's
Really, really
cool
nice.
of you to
That's-
In the
say.
moment, look,
It was pretty
That's
heroic
great.
of him when he stabbed me in the
no,
back.
you were dead you
Or
were dead when
kidnapped
all
us
this
both.
happened.
No, you were already dead.
No.
Oh yeah, he was
no,
already
no.
dead from the people that
No,
Jaquan
I'm
was
trying.
working
I'm
with.
trying to explain. Benefit of the doubt with this
So-
guy isn't the worst.
Listen, I'm not
He's not the worst.
worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Because
I am.
nothing like that's ever gonna happen again, because I'm stronger than him now.
As you say that, all of the lights in the room go out. And it becomes pitch black and the door slams shut.
Here we
Yep.
fucking go,
We're just
Jaquan,
a
you
fucking-
joker!
We're a bunch of
I pull
chuckle
out-
fucks. Oh
I
my
pull out,
goodness.
pull out flame tongue. I speak the word, and then it'll maybe
As,
light up
as
the
you go to
area.
let out flame tongue, all the candles come back on once more. So does the chandelier. They all re-emit flame. And Jaquan is standing there with
Whoops.
2 bottles of wine in one hand and then a bucket with other bottles in it in his right. And
Jaquan, what
he
is
goes, oh,
this,
my bad.
God?
Must be a draft.
What a jokester. Oh man, you dropped your severed arm. Whoops. What's this?
He sets them down and begins passing drinks around the table. And he takes his seat as well. He sits next to Br'aad.
No.
I'll sheath my sword and put it away.
I
Yeah.
pretend to be a little more refined than average.
Drink,
Sit
be
up.
happy. It's a pleasure. I
Thank you.
heard you were heading this way, and I was very eager.
Yeah, so you seem
how
like
did you-
you're
Out of
Doing
curiosity,
well.
how did you hear
Oh my God, this is delicious.
that we were heading?
How would I have not heard?
No,
I mean,
seriously, how?
I guess
what?
we do make a big racket
Let's just
everywhere
say-
we go, but like,
Let's just say wherever the what's it, fated now? You said wherever the fated go,
Yeah, it's cool.
there are rumors that follow.
Wow.
I have connections in many different
Yeah.
places, and they keep me updated on the locations of people I know. And they told me that it seems like those fools were heading my way.
No, we do remember? We do the other one
Sorry,
now.
fated.
I like the faded fools. That could be good.
on that note, I mean, like, you were rich back in the wharf, yeah, but like, how is that here still? I thought you had to like turn
And what
tail and
about
run.
did.
your companion that helped you escape? Where's he now?
Oh yes, Tristan. He's working with the criminal underground here in the city.
Ooh.
He doesn't do anything crazy, but he keeps me updated on the crime rates, what's happening. He's my man inside, to say the least.
I see.
Oh, because you're a good guy.
This feels like
One
information.
could, one could,
Fight
one
the
could say
crime.
that, I suppose.
Anyway, none of
Mhm.
that's really
One
important. There, you mentioned earlier that you had news from the wharf. What
yes,
state?
yes, I've heard that the king,
He's dead, right? He's dead, right?
he is very much alive. Not to say
Well,
the
that
same for a
figures.
lot of the population of the wharf. A lot of the nobles as well, he's killed out of anger and fits of rage. I recently heard from a few connections still there that he's started abusing, I guess, potions or brews of some sort. I don't know what they are. I don't know who's creating them, but from what I've heard, they're giving him powers he didn't have before.
So you're telling me that he's getting stronger? That's
I don't know what
great.
he's planning, and I don't know exactly what they're doing. He keeps himself close up in the castle. Nobody's seen the king, really, since the incidents. Only his guards and his men doing his bidding.
And what about your plan to, kill him?
It's still in the action. I came here looking for escape. I thought, what better place than here? It seems very advanced, especially compared to that shithole. I started noticing the crime rates here. They're nowhere close to the wharf, but they're still a problem. So I've started out small, and I've been working here. As far as the king knows, I am just a noble from a faraway land, and am now a part of his advisory council. The one here, of course, not in the wharf. He's not really a king either, but it's an easier term for it. You see, they have 7 kings, I guess you could say. But one of them has a bit more of a powerful word than the others. And he is called their High Guardian. And those are the 6 guardians.
Say King Obama.
No, he's just Obama. He's just Obama. Obama's
Yes, I've heard you are the Faded.
Stop,
Yes,
dude.
Obama, we are.
I'm such
so
a big
nice to meet
fan.
you.
It's great to
Obama.
meet you, Mr. President.
I have a quest for you.
Get down!
Oh yeah, what is that?
Yes.
Are we gonna end races?
I want you to Mountain, you're my favorite character. I love Just Roll With It.
Really?
My favorite show.
I'm honored.
Thank you, Obama. It means so much.
of
President
course.
Obama, President Barack Obama.
It means so much.
Can
that
I
you
get a
love us,
picture?
Obama.
Wait, we
I
don't
like
have
my,
we don't have phones in
my,
this world.
My favorite part is when Mountain calls Saxy a pussy. Hilarious.
Yeah, he is a pussy.
Oh,
He is
you're
that.
so funny, Obama.
Yeah,
Shut the
Obama.
fuck up, Mountain.
Hey, that's
Hey, don't
Obama.
speak like that in front of the president.
Anyway,
He's gone. Goodbye, Obama.
Yeah,
I need
this
you
is
guys to find
Canada.
cat girls.
No, dude.
Bring them back to the slams.
I gotta go now.
Can you actually make the king's voice Obama
I
voice now?
refuse.
Can we just do that? Oh, man.
Not, but you, at some point, Obama has to be in our campaign.
Come
It has to
on.
work that way.
Now
He
that it's
already is.
now that
He
it's
just was,
He was
here,
there and I was gone.
our audience will have an outrage if he's not here later. Like
Right.
canonically.
It's true.
Anyway,
It's- we have to put Obama in.
Jaquan takes a drink and looks to all of you and goes, "So how have your travels been?
Pretty awful.
Have you been
Yeah.
fine? That's not
mean-
very good.
There's good. There's always good and
I
bad.
mean, I was dead.
and now
I
you're
was
not.
dead.
Now
Yeah.
someone isn't dead anymore.
Yeah.
We succeeded
Yes,
on that.
I'm very glad
We-
to see Sonen's alive and well. I'm glad to see you're all alive and well. You seem to be missing nobody. That is
Listen, on that
pleasing.
note, you
Yeah,
said
I'm sure it is.
you were going to try to kill the king at some point, right?
I said that.
The king of the wharf, yes.
Well, yes,
Yes.
whatever. Taxi, same thing. You said he said, same thing, Taxi.
I'm just making
Um,
sure.
Listen, we've had a questionable past, and I don't know how much I can trust you. But I mean, if you're gonna take that son of a bitch down, I want in.
I'm just going to say,
What?
it's understandable that you don't trust me. The line of work I was in, it was not what I wanted. And it really was only to get closer to the king. To get closer to the one who took my family away from me.
All that I ask is, whenever you decide you're gonna I know you're nowhere close now, but whenever you make your move, please let me know.
We'll be sure to. But for now, I must lie low in Luminessa. I don't exactly have the skills yet. I'm still harnessing them. Still honing them, I should say.
Of course.
Jaquan, are you a vampire?
Of course
He's-
not. No.
No.
Is it the accent? Is that
I don't
what's
know. He could be.
making you...
Jaquar, vampire's real.
Are vampires real? Of course. Of course they are. The nasty creatures, really.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know vampires were real.
Yeah, the whole garlic thing is bullshit, though. Don't even try it. I'll probably just eat it.
Me too.
How'd you know?
How would I know? I had a friend who's a vampire. Really nice
Oh,
guy.
Weird.
Okay.
Anyway, is there any... What else has happened in your journeys? You said it's been awful, right?
I know.
It's-
Good and bad.
Well,
Well, we saved the Baron. There's no more Baron. We did
Oh,
that, right?
that-
Team, yeah.
That is...
yeah.
It
and
is amazing. It's quite a feat, indeed.
See, no, it wasn't all bad.
I've
I
killed
mean, you probably heard
many
of our
enemies,
exploits in,
Jaquan.
yeah, he has killed a lot of people. Holy shit.
Most of them were like monsters or
And I just-
weird creatures or ghouls. Not a ton of.
Anything in my path.
Yes.
And I just don't break eye contact with him. I don't break eye
I
contact with him.
would expect nothing less from a ill-tempered dwarf.
Yeah, we also robbed some stuff. That was pretty cool.
I'll turn the cheek, turn the other cheek.
Yeah, I mean,
I unlocked a new power.
But that's not crime, Sylvan? Are you?
I very much
are you
like
advocating
Daquan.
for crime?
I mean, Quag already knows. Come,
Hey, it depends who you're stealing from.
I mean, not you. I
Better
don't
not to
think.
be.
Not you.
Daquan, this wine is delicious. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. It's very hard to get a hold of in this area, but I'm very glad I found a cellar.
You found
Anyway, so
Yeah,
Luminessa,
nice.
Luminessa, why are you here? Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed my little joke.
Soon we will catch a ship.
A ship? To
A
where?
sky ship.
None of your business.
Well, if
Well, that wasn't
if
very
Mountain
nice.
says it's none of your. Well, it's basically for Mountain. We're helping our friend.
Oh, I see.
He's gonna be a king or
What?
something. That's pretty cool.
Of what?
Yeah, right? Tell him all about it, Mountain.
Royalty.
I
Wow,
know,
never thought I'd
right?
see it.
Yep.
Does that mean he finally bathes?
No.
Oh, just classic. Classic.
Man,
Oh my
you're
gosh.
just so funny.
Oh, he doesn't like you. He says that to me.
I still just don't break eye contact with Jaqua. I'm just
Okay.
like, sizing
So,
him up.
Jaqua, what's the? I hear there's some sort of magic school here. Do you have any
Oh,
connections
yes,
there?
yes,
maybe?
yes. The university. It is quite amazing. I don't personally attend. I'm not one for it. I might someday. I mean, if I need it. It's quite a beautiful place. It's very large. It's on the first level. In fact, if you head back down, you can't miss
Now,
it
is
when you
this
see
like-
it.
Is this like a prestigious place? Like,
It's very, very hard for those to get in because it is.
do you have any?
Well,
Do you have
sorry.
any inns, maybe?
Possibly. It depends how things go, what kind of strings I can pull.
Okay. Okay.
But as I said, it's very hard for some to enter, as it's the most esteemed school on this entire plane of existence, from what I've heard. It's very hard. There are lots and lots of people trying to get in.
Well, I'm a level 7 bard, so I'm sure I have no trouble at all.
I mean, I would speak to the higher council, the guardians of the city. They call themselves. They, I'm sure they'd love to talk to you. You guys have, what you said is true, and you've been the ones to erase the Baron from this world. They'll no doubt look up to you with some sort of esteem or regard. It's always nice to butter somebody up with your previous accomplishments, obviously.
I gotta go to that fighting guild.
Oh, you're here for the fighting guild.
Yeah, I know where it is. I should be good. I actually need to go about now. I might have a small little time limit here for my little mushroom fella, and I don't want to lose him before I get into the fighting guild. Feel like he might be my ticket in.
Well, if you're heading to it now, I mean, it was a pleasure to meet you. What was your name?
Call me Red. Daquan, you're my favorite person we've met.
It's
Thank you so
Jaquan, but thank you.
Goodbye. I'm just gonna
fare
go.
thee well.
No.
I'm going to the fighting guild.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. I'll
Head out
see you
to the
guys
fighting
later.
guild.
I need to get acclimated here. This is I'm a bit of a mess.
Good luck, like punching and swinging. Woo.
You'll get
Excellent.
stronger.
Thanks. Goodbye, Mountain, and also the rest. Bye. And I head to the fighting
Did
guild.
you get
on
the bag
fourth
of
floor.
wheat? Oh, he's gone.
The world may never know.
I pointed it out.
Okay.
Get his wheat.
Red heads out. Jaquan looks at the rest of you and goes, "Well, I shouldn't keep you if you have so many tasks here in the city and you're heading to an airship as well. It was a pleasure to see you again, and if you need anything, I'm here. Just please don't tell too many people. My name's also not Jaquan while you're here.
I forgot what it was.
Oh yeah.
What are you going by now?
You can call me hold on, what is it? I've already lost it. I scrolled my fucking doc scroll all the way down.
Dracula.
Count Von Dracula. You may call me
Not
Axel.
Kumquat.
Axel.
Axel,
That's a cool name,
Axel
actually.
Br'aad is what the city.
Broke Axel. You changed your fucking name to Axel Br'aad.
Br'aad. Thank you.
Jesus, can you start
Br'aad.
fucking working out and shit or something?
Axel Br'aad.
What the fuck? Pass the protein, Br'aad.
Br'aad. Axel Br'aad.
That is incredible. That is incredible. You had so many choices and you picked Axel Bro. I'm so happy you told me that. I never want to call you Jaquan again. I'm just gonna call you Axel Br'aad.
Br'aad.
It was
And I really wish you
was-
pronounced it properly.
it was great seeing you
never
two
will.
You never
Well,
will.
actually, it would take some time.
Once again, if you need anything, I'm but a beckon away. Good luck
Yeah.
on your trip. Good luck. Hopefully the airs fare you well and you don't get swept by.
Is this as far as our guide goes, or does that start tomorrow?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
You said you were our guide.
Oh, I was jesting.
Oh. All right, let's.
Good one, Axel Br'aad, and Br'aad flexes.
Why are you still calling me?
I really wish I did not encounter you again.
another jest. This guy, he's gotten so much funnier. He's gotten so funny.
Anyway, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Axel.
Axel,
Br'aad.
before I go, may I
What
ask
is
you a
that?
question? Do you happen to know how far Vleta is from here?
That's your destination, correct? The one you're going to with the airship.
Right.
That would, I mean, if I had to guess by how frequently they come in and out, I'd guess a couple of days. Nothing too crazy. Why? Why do you ask?
I'm just curious.
Hmm.
I would like to get there as soon as possible.
Well, the airship is obviously your best bet for getting there as fast as possible. Unless you know somebody you can teleport.
I do not.
Right, well, good luck on
I
it,
can't imagine
Velrisa.
we'll be in town long, anyways. Not too long, at least.
And
Someone's
you
still
guys-
sitting, by the way. He hasn't stood up at all.
Is everybody else leaving?
Bye,
I
Silnan.
stood up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Is
Oh,
Silnan
you're
staying with Jaquan?
He's still staying, yes.
Oh, this is the perfect opportunity. And then he pulls out a sword.
He walks up to me and stabs me.
Br'aad would leave, but he stays because of obviously.
Mhm.
I look at
There's-
Silman
it's not
and
bad.
just kind of nod.
Is there something you need, Silnan?
I want to talk a bit more with you. More personal stuff, I guess.
Mm.
Lady,
Well, if you're wanting somewhere more private, here, come with me. And he beckons you to stand up.
okay, I go with him.
He leads you up a very winding, small
Wait,
staircase.
Broad's coming with me, right?
Yes, I'm staying with. Silnan.
Okay.
You guys go up and you come into what seems like a small lounge. It's made entirely of a very dark wood, the walls and the flooring. There is a large amount of bookshelves made of this dark wood as well. And there is a few tables for game playing. There's a chessboard. There are a few different card games set about as well. Drinks, cigars, ashtrays. Even as you walk up, you smell that that sort of that deep smell of a cigar, that vanilla but very deep tobacco scent hits you right in the nostrils as you walk in there.
Fancy place.
Yeah, this is my lounge, I suppose. Now, what did you need to talk about? And he kind of just leans against one of the billiard table next to him.
Well, I'd like to talk about my father, actually.
Brendan,
Yeah.
you bring his name up now. Why?
Well, I never really got any closure on it, honestly. I don't know what really happened. He's always just
Bren-
kind of been an enigma, and he just kind of showed up in my life, and he left just as quickly. I mean,
I don't really think
Yeah.
it was his choice either. Brendan was a interesting character when I first met him. He was kind. He seemed genuine, wanting to take down the king. But something changed. I think it was the something with that Ungaro character.
I think it was probably the magic fucking blood pact.
yeah,
Yes,
no,
yeah.
We had an encounter of sort.
He kept saying that it was only going to make him stronger. There was no downside. It was a call for power, what he needed to take down Rigmond. Only I truly saw his deceit into madness. That's what happens when you learn too much. There's only so much knowledge a mortal mind can handle before it breaks.
Is there any real reason he never found us? I mean, he knew
He
he knew us.
He did know you. In fact, I don't think you knew, but he did keep an eye on you, even when you were in the orphanage. As much as he could from the outside. He wasn't allowed interaction with you. He wasn't permitted. at all. If the gods caught him
Is that
anywhere,
was
there was a
that
decree by King Rigmond himself.
of course?
As you were also the sons of one of his whores, you would have no relationship start with that blood. No formalities. It was said that if Brendan was ever seen anywhere near you or your places of residence, he was to be publicly executed.
I can't imagine them having an easy time doing that though.
It wouldn't have been easy, but once his descent into madness started, I fear he started to lose grasp of what he was truly fighting for. His sons, revenge, justice. He lost it all to madness.
Kind of just look up towards Br'aad. I don't know. I don't know if Sylvan would have ever realized that he's away from the pact at this point. I don't really say anything to Br'aad, but I kind of just look at Br'aad and then look back down.
Did I explain?
You never explained it. You never explained
I
it.
never
No, you
explained
never
it.
did, no.
Yeah.
My tattoo colors changed.
Yeah, that's
To
like the
white.
only thing I've
Yeah,
noticed.
that was the only thing.
But you've never explained anything about Obnoxi and your plans to deal with Obnoxi or any of that stuff.
So,
I have explained wanting to kill him. I
Yeah,
have explained
true,
that.
true.
right?
That-
Yeah.
you have.
That was always kind of a thing, though. Like,
Mhm.
I just don't think you've explained any of the changes.
I don't mean to inquire too much, but you guys were mentioning that your adventures have been awful so far. Why is that?
I think that was just Taxi, honestly. Taxi's been kind of having a hard go of it, I think. Yeah, I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But I might have to have a talk with them at some point. I don't know, I just wanted to learn more about my foot Brendan. Yeah, thank you for indulging me.
Oh,
I
it
mean-
was not a problem. If you need to talk any further, I can tell you what I do know.
Yeah. Also,
Yes.
we fought a man not too long ago,
Hmm.
like a few weeks. It's been a few weeks, right? A swordsman. Looked very. I don't know how to describe this guy. He was a swordsman with a very interesting culture. Would it still be Eastern? Would he still be Eastern culture? Would I know that? Probably
no,
not.
You probably not. You wouldn't have met. I mean, I described very distinctly what he did look like.
That's true. I just don't have.
He
those
he
notes.
wore something very, very significant.
Fuck.
He wore something on him that's kind of uncommon that a lot of people probably wouldn't be wearing.
I
Mhm.
can't tell. Oh, is he wearing a wolf? Wolf.
He was.
Oh yeah, I forgot his whole thing was having a fucking wolf pelt.
He has a
wolf
white
pelt.
wolf's head as a
Yeah.
headdress, and it falls down as a pelt over his shoulders.
Oh, right.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
White wolf sombrero.
Yeah, no, he had like a white wolf pelt on his head. That just
White
kind of.
wolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
He told me to find
No.
his young master.
that can't be.
It definitely was.
And he was alive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
when we-
until recently, I
Kinda,
guess.
yeah.
You're describing very exactly. You're describing Byakuro.
Who is that? I mean, like, he didn't
Well,
really
he
say anything
died.
about himself.
He passed away 55 years ago, approximately. I think, around the time the Baron happened.
That times
that-
out.
Does time out. The Baron, interestingly enough, was in a time loop. So, it kind
He,
of makes sense that he would be separated from time there.
He was a hero of that time. I've only heard stories because Brendan was very interested in them. It was a part of Brendan's evil scheme to get power from this dragon turtle and then vanquish it afterwards. His idea was to use these guardians. It was an old ancient tale about 4 humans, 4 mere mortal men that were able to control these large statues of elements that were used to fight against evils of the world hundreds of years ago. Every time an evil would arise to try to take over the plane or the world, they usually answered the call. Byakuro was one of them, and he was lost to the Baron along with all of the Guardian's pilots.
I mean, that sounds kind of insane.
They
But
were
would you
all
know-
lost. What? Sorry.
He told me to find his young master, which I assume if he died 55 years ago, this guy's not that young anymore.
Young master. That would have been one of the other Guardian pilots. His name is Valentin.
Valentin.
He was a very unfortunate soul. Valentin was turned to the necromantic arts at a young age, and without his own knowledge, he was given eternal life. From what I remember of the stories, he was 11 years old when it happened.
So wait, did he just
And
like not age from 11, like body wise?
He was forced to stay at the age of 11. He was given quite interesting powers, but it made him frail. That young of a body on a battlefield, it's a walking target. He was one of the Guardian's pilots. And he also happened to be the one that the others served. He was sort of their leader. You've spoken to the White Wolf. Where is he? What happened to him?
To the White Wolf.
Well,
well,
so he tried to kill us, and
yeah. So see, there was this entire like underground city, Gaywick actually. Yeah. And that place was in a time loop and all that fun stuff. And there were 4 guardians there who had these little sigils that we had to put in a mountain. And Biakara was one of those people. And then we escaped there and he found us again, which I guess kind of doesn't make sense if he was part of the time. I'm just confusing myself, honestly.
either way, he tried to fight us.
He did try to kill us.
And then he died, yeah.
Yeah, we murdered him. Well, no, we self-defense
we
him.
kind of self-defense him, and then he was ash all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, he didn't have any blood. It was pretty weird.
Something without the blood doesn't sound very alive. It's very peculiar.
I mean,
it's very bizarre.
from the sounds
But
of
if
it,
what
he
you
still
say
had
is
his
true-
character.
If what you say is true, then that means possibly one of the pilots is still alive. Did he say anything else to you, maybe? Anything of interest?
He just told me to find the young master. I mean, so that I presume Valentin is still alive then, right?
Valentin must still be alive somewhere.
Now, yeah, that's the hard part. How are you supposed to find an 11-year-old who doesn't die?
That's from the stories, they all died in the Baron. But
They
the
didn't
weird
kill-
thing about that is in the stories, it was stated that after all the Guardian pilots have been vanquished, that after 10 years, another group will be chosen to become the pilots of these Guardians. They will be awoken to their powers.
Now
Well-
I have a question.
What is that?
Was that young master? Was that a girl by any chance?
No, I do not that I know of.
Okay.
Well, do you know you know of 2 of the pilots? Can you tell us? Do you know anything about the 3rd and 4th?
One of them was a Goliath. I remember that. Very
Goliath.
wise, not like the others of his kind. He was very wise, very smart. He was one of the leading forefathers of the time of arcanic arts. And the 4th one, she was now what was she? I want to say she was Tabaxi, maybe. It's been a while since I've heard these stories. I was not around for their time. I've only heard it in tales.
Well, so you said only once all 4 had been killed that 4 new ones would be chosen, right?
All of them except for the master. Since he never died, it was okay for him to live.
I mean, yeah. Well, this is quite the conundrum, I guess. There's a lot we have to
this is all
look
very
into.
interesting, and I'm surprised I've never heard about the giant mech people before. That's
I mean-
cool, right?
Well,
But-
they're
if
mostly
they've had-
considered fairy tales at this point. Not a lot
Yeah.
of people of today's times even really believe it happened. Only ones that witnessed it still tell the stories.
But it sounds like we just need to find this. Did he say why do we need to find this person?
I don't know, but I'm honestly kind of curious.
If you want, I can let some of my men know and ask around for any details or information I might find. And I can easily let you know of that, but
Oh yeah, I'm
I
sure.
I
if you've
personally
heard
have
of
no
our
information.
exploits.
I personally have no information on a young master. Not Valentin. Everyone's thought him dead.
Yeah, I think that might be the best way to go about it. Yeah, I'm sure you can contact us wherever we go, because apparently you just somehow know everything we do, which is kind of
Connections are very helpful, my dear boy.
Yeah, I think that's about all the business I had with you for now.
Well, that's wonderful. I wish you luck once again. I'll talk
Of
to some of
course.
my associates and see what I can find out for you, and I'll send some information your way when I get it.
I appreciate that.
It's not a problem. It's a pleasure to help you. It's a pleasure to try to make up for the false actions I've taken.
Anyway, we should take our leave, Br'aad.
All right. Stay cool, Br'aad.
I want to ignore your presence.
Let me know if you need a spotter for like weights.
It's Br'aad.
It is.
As you step outside, you meet up with the rest of the party, except for Red, as you head towards the fighting guild. We've got some new tasks ahead, and you've got a boat to catch. But we'll do all of that in the next episode.
Hey, thank you to our patrons who support this show and help us be able to afford to pay people to edit this stuff. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time, so it's very appreciated, especially to these people. Alexandra Coyne, Anastasia Purple, Andrew Gorgiu, Bearded Baguette, Ben Teabag in parentheses, Bitchy Bitchy Boy Boy, Br'aad, Cadis, Cairo, Colton Bradburn, Coric, Darnell the Cat, Desert Pen 15, Desert Penis, okay, Divinator, Erusian Battleship Tanager, Evil Timo, Ethor Haraldson, God Turtle Grink, Helios, Hard Corgi, Husey, Hyper Retron, Jay Newell, Jessifer, Josh Bojarski, Justice for Iron Bucket. That's not happening anytime soon, buddy. That guy is trauma. Let me tell you what. Katie Bean, Mania Joe, Melionito, Melissa Honeycutt, Mirth Alders, Mr. Woods, Oathkeeper, Sock Thief, Pie Incorporated, Posius, I hope I got that right, Regs, Rassi 19, Salutation, Slatica Gaming, Sneaky Cactus, Tate Roden, Taxi's Drow, Tiny Mr. Man, Vatic, Wholesome, and Wilbur Dunham. Those are our $10 plus patrons, and we appreciate them very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the show today, and we will see you next time, or whatever. I've been working on it all night, so please tell me you enjoyed it. God, please. I'm so tired.